Here's Kenny Choi with the results that raise the question, how progressive is the California voter? Kenny?
Well, that is the question tonight, Liz. Who is the California voter today based on the results that we're seeing from some of these propositions? We took a closer look at some of the propositions that have been more talked about this election year. We also broke down how some of the Bay Area counties voted and compared it to the rest of the state.
Proposition 16 takes on discrimination.
In the ballot box, California voters soundly rejected Prop 16, which would have restored affirmative action and racial preferences.
And what does it say about the California voter today?
Every single major elected Democrat, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, big labor unions across the state, big nonprofit organizations, all in favor of it, but the voters said no.
Whenever it says on a ballot that they want to repeal a ban, the voters confused. They're going to lean in and probably vote no.
Voters appear to have rejected Prop 15 as well, which would create a separate system of taxation called split roll, essentially raising taxes on business.
Statewide, there still is this ethos about taxation, about sort of government involvement that suggests that maybe we're a more complicated state than people think from the outside.
San Francisco, Alameda, San Mateo, and Marin counties voted identically on these three measures, but in stark contrast to how voters across the state did overall.
Bay Area leans progressive, especially in San Francisco and its surrounding counties.
The exception is Santa Clara County, which voted in line with the rest of the state, rejecting affirmative action and saying yes to Prop 22. The measure that gig companies like Uber and Lyft spent more than $200 million on getting passed and widely viewed as anti-labor.
As Asian Americans and Latinos and Hispanics get more involved and engaged in our politics, it's possible that we could see cracks forming in the traditional progressive orthodoxy that has come in many ways to define our state.
Now, Kenny, you spoke to other Democratic leaders in the Bay Area about these measures. How do they explain the results?
Liz, I talked to Bill James. He's the chair of the Democratic Party in Santa Clara County. He says that you could explain some of the results from these propositions by looking at all the money that was poured in, specifically referencing Prop 22, which was the Uber Lyft bill that companies spent more than $200 million on. But he says that good progressive government causes are not backed by that kind of money. But ultimately, conservatives will point to the 6 to 7 ballot measures they say and argue of the 12 overall. They say that that show conservative leaning and right leaning ideas are competitive in California. Liz?
All right, Kenny Choi, thank you so much.